It feels like I haven't made a video in a really long time. Well, sorry. um, but actually, I think it's only like, I don't know, a few days, week or something like that. Um, Gosh, okay. So I'm sitting here thinking, did I make a video about this? I went back, I looked at my videos, and I don't think I did, but I remember making it, but I think I never uploaded it. So, um, okay, I never uploaded it. It's somewhere, and yeah. So, a story about my son. Um, and this is like now. This is when he was little, but then I'm going to tell you about recent. So when he was in about second grade, he was tested for what I thought was learning disabilities. It was not. That wasn't the intention. I don't know why. All these years, I thought, like, my memories are terrible. I was horrible. Like, I don't remember a lot of things that a normal person would. And I'm learning these things. And I'm sitting here wondering, what else am I remembering so wrong? I mean, this isn't something little. This is not, I mean, so what we had him tested for was autism. Okay, I do remember my mom for years, for just forever, her telling me that she thinks Zach is on the spectrum somewhere. And I remember talking to his pediatrician, talking to teachers about it, and none of them thought that he was. And if he was, like his pediatrician said, and this is what I remember, and I could be very, very wrong. But what I remember him saying is, and it might have been a she, I don't know. My memory's just so, excuse my language, it's effed. It is so bad, guys. So bad. So he says if he does, I don't think he does, but if he does, he's probably so low on the spectrum that there really wouldn't be much anybody could do. Now remember, this is like, I think early 2000s, somewhere there. And said that, you could go to OHSU, which is in Portland, Oregon. We lived in Oregon at the time. And you could spend 6 months and a lot of money just to find out, okay, well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. And if he does, they're going to say, well, there isn't much we do for kids that are low on the spectrum, which is called Asperger's, which is autism. It's just the lower end of autism. Because there's like, I always look at it like this. I wish I could draw a picture, but kind of like a half circle like that, right? And Asperger's would be down here, and then not once you get here, you get to nonverbal, and then just very, very extreme autism. A lack of a better way to explain it, which I think is actually quite accurate, at least. I don't know. It's the way I look at it in my mind. So, so all these years, I thought that was to see if he was learning disabled, because they very clearly, he took this test, and I thought it was a test of like his, like, where he is learning wise, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it, but and then we found out that he actually was very gifted, which is characteristic of autism, is being very smart, very, very intelligent. You could be autistic, you could be nonverbal, and you could be very, very intelligent, or you could be verbal, and you could be anywhere on the spectrum and just be really, really intelligent, very, very smart. So we learned that Zach is when he was in second or third grade, somewhere in there. And so in my mind, that's why I remember it this way. Well, okay, so fast forward to now, to recent, and so we'd been talking about it for a long time. And just discussing it and everything. And not a lot, not like deep discussion, but just every now and again, oh yeah, we did this when you were younger. And he's like, oh, I always thought maybe I was autistic or something, stuff like that. And so we were on a call with his psychiatrist not long ago, and I had told the psychiatrist, because he had asked what his childhood was, and just all about him, all the things about him. And so I did, and he recommended that we have him tested for autism. And I told him what my mom had said, blah blah blah. I told him about the test they took, blah blah blah, for learning. But I, at the time, didn't know he was tested for autism. I mean, no, I didn't remember it that way until a couple days ago. I was talking to my ex-husband, the kids' dad, and he's like, "No, Julie, that was a test for autism." And I'm like, "What?" So after that video call with Zach's psychiatrist, I had told my dad about it, and he didn't say anything. So then I call him again after I talked to my ex-husband, kids' dad, and I told him, I said, "Dad," and I told him, and he's like, "Yeah, I thought you, yeah." At the time, I don't think they registered that, oh, wait a minute, didn't we already have that test done when he was little? And I'm like, he didn't remember either. But then when I told him my conversation with their dad, he goes, "God, yeah, I thought maybe you did have that done when he was young, and I remember the results." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Dad." Damn. So anyway, so the talking with their dad, he is autistic. He is on the spectrum. You guys, how could a mother not remember that? How do you? It blows my mind. How does a mother not remember that their child was tested for something, was diagnosed? What? So anyway, okay. So I think I told his psychiatrist about it. I believe I did. Anyway, long story short, we now have a date in April. I forget which day it is, to go to another city here and have him tested as an adult, because to get him, there's a reason why we're going through all this, and maybe another long story for another day. But there is a reason why all this came about, why we're discussing it, why we're pursuing it, and all that. But yeah, to get him services, to get, figure this all out, he needs to be tested again as an adult. So we have a date, and he will be tested as an adult, and we will find out the results hopefully soon after. I don't know how that looks, but yeah, so I still, I just, I don't even have any words. and I don't know what's wrong with my memory, honestly. I attribute it maybe to my PTSD. Um, yeah, that's all I can really like pin it on, like, but a better word, pin it on, or attach it to, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, um, I just like, what else don't I know about? I mean, there are some things that I know I don't remember. There are a lot of things. I am missing pieces of my past everywhere, like a lot. This just absolutely takes the cake. But even talking to my kids, sometimes they'll bring up something like, I don't remember that. And it's not that big of a deal, but this is beyond big of a deal. Like, how do you not? I'm just my brain. Ugh. Anyway, um, I don't know. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that has such a messed up memory? Am I the only one? I hope I'm not. Well, no, I don't wish that on anybody, but I'd like to know if I am or not. That would, you know. Anyway, yeah, and I've been tested for like memory things in the past, and I do have a slight memory issue. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, it's been diagnosed. I do have I wouldn't say a slight. It's moderate, I think is the word they use. So, okay. But no, I'm making a video. YouTube. Anyway, but that's it. Yeah. Well, as always, until next time, take care and God bless.